Buenos días. Today we're going to look at the verb ir in Spanish. The verb ir means to go, and so it's a very useful verb. It's also an irregular verb. It doesn't follow the rules of other AR, ER, or IR verbs. In fact, it changes completely. The infinitive form, which means to go, is ir, but its forms when we use it in a sentence are voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, and van. They all start with V, even though the verb ir doesn't have a V in it. So it's a very irregular verb that you need to memorize in order to use correctly. The good thing is you only need to memorize these 6 forms that are on the screen. In English, with the verb to go, it has only 2 forms, go and goes. We use go when we want to say I go, or you go, or we go, or they go. We use goes if we want to say he, she, or it goes. So it has 2 forms. In Spanish, it has 6, just like other verbs. And so here we have the 6 forms written together with the pronouns that we use them with. And like usual, we're going to go through them one by one and look at some examples of how this verb is used. We will start with the left side of the chart, which has the singular forms that we use when we're just talking about one person. Yo voy is I go. Yo voy. Unlike most verbs in the yo form, it ends with a Y instead of with an O. Yo voy. Tu vas. Tu vas means you go. And it's the to form. And so we use that when we're talking to one person, if we want to say you go, to one person in an informal situation, such as a person that we normally call by their first name. We'd use the to form when we're speaking to them. And so if we wanted to say to them, you go, we would say tu vas. In a more formal situation with someone we call by their last names, we would say usted va. Usted va. You go. We use the word va also with the pronoun él to say he goes. Él va. He goes. Él va. Same thing for the ella form. She goes. Ella va. Ella va. So that was yo voy, tú vas, usted va, él va, and ella va. For the plural forms on the right side of our chart, we have nosotros vamos, nosotras vamos, vosotros vais, vosotras vais, ustedes van, ellos van, and ellas van. And we will look at them one by one. So the first one was nosotros vamos. That means we go. Nosotros vamos. That's the masculine form, so we use that if the group that we're part of is a group of men or if it's a group of mixed men and women together. Nosotros vamos. If we are in a group in which everyone in the group is a woman, then we use the nosotras form, which is nosotras vamos. The word vamos is the same, but the word nosotros changes to nosotras. The next one is the vosotros form. Vosotros vais. That means you guys go or you all go, all of you go. That's an informal form that we use if we're talking to a group of people that we call by their first names. And this informal form is only used mainly in Spain. Vosotros vais. The next form is vosotras, which is similar except that we would use this if it was a group of just girls. You girls go or all of you girls go. Vosotras vais. Next, we have ustedes van. This means you guys or girls go, all of you go. So this is another way to say the plural form if we're talking to a group of people. This is the more formal form in Spain, in parts of Spain that use vosotros. They use ustedes if they're talking to a group of people they call by their last names or want to be more formal with. Ustedes van. And in the rest of the Spanish-speaking world, this is the only form of those that's used. Where vosotros is not used, ustedes van is used when you're talking to any group of people, regardless of who they are. Ustedes van. The next form is ellos van. They are. This is the masculine form that we use when you're talking about a group of men or about a group of men and women. Ellos van. If the group consists entirely of women, then we use the ellas form. The word van stays the same, and so we have ellas van. Ellas van. So now we have some sentence examples using forms of the verb ir. Voy a la escuela todos los días. Voy a la escuela todos los días. Mi vecina va a la biblioteca. Mi vecina va a la biblioteca. Vamos a la playa. Vamos a la playa. Va a llover hoy. Va a llover hoy.